Hey everybody, it's Carm here. I'm coming to you on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Wanted to come on and share something that was really excited to get in the mail. I don't use the term Grail very often. I think only maybe one or two other times that I show something that really fits the term. There's an album by Takashi Kokobo that I've been after for literally 24 years that I finally found a couple years back, so it was really exciting. But this one I haven't been waiting for nearly as long, but really happy to find it. It's quite rare as far as I can tell, and got it from an independent seller, and it's been great. First learned of this from KJCMuzique, who posts all kinds of instrumental music, both well-known and stuff that's more under the radar, but learned of this from him, so I was very thankful to him, and just really happy to find it. Randy Honia, Still Life, from 1986 on STJ Records. Really nice. He's a guitar player, plays a guitar synthesizer, acoustic and classical guitars, and he's joined by Donna Banks on synthesizers. Plays in quite a jazzy style, kind of a digital piano with kind of added effects. He recorded at Southern Living. I recognize one of the other names on there, Ricky Keller. I know I've seen both their names on various compilations, but just the kind of thing that I kind of I'm always keeping an eye and an ear out for, these kind of instrumental combinations, rather kind of pared down and sparse, but just really lovely stuff. Listened to it twice already, and a couple of these cuts are available on YouTube to sample. And I'll try to remember to leave a link below on KJCMuzique's channel. I believe the first one, Trapeze, and the final one, I think, are on YouTube. And it starts off with really interesting, guitar synthesizer and classical guitar combination. Very warm and expansive. You feel just kind of like you're hovering over a landscape, somewhat barren, but still very beautiful. What he does with it sounds like what he's doing with the guitar synthesizer is not exactly a sequencer, but almost like this kind of arpeggiated thing that maybe he's playing in real time. I don't know. It's just really interesting texture and approach. The next piece, the title cut, and the longest piece, where he duets with Donna Banks. And I think Gary would be excited to hear this. At least this is my personal take on it, but it kind of reminds me of the keyboardist Tremel Starks and the guitarist Michael Berrylow did a duet album. This is what it would sound like, to me, at least as far as their tone and approach. I just thought of them right away, and a little bit maybe of Pat Metheny and Lyle Mays from their As Falls, Wichita, So Falls, Wichita Falls. It kind of has that feel to it. And the next piece, and the shortest on the album, Still Light, is for guitar solo. Sounds like an electric guitar played with very little ornamentation or anything, just kind of straight out, maybe a little bit of reverb. Kind of like a basic, maybe improvisational sketch, but it could have been stretched out another 20 minutes. It was so, it was a neat little idea, just very simple and evocative, but very nice. And then starting side 2, we have 86, which sounds very much like the year, for guitar synthesizer, computer and drum machine programming. This one stands out for that more upbeat style and more of that kind of that technology. But also, it's probably one of the most evocative for me. I don't know. I just imagine being in rush hour traffic in the heart of downtown. Bumper to bumper, constantly stopping and going. Pedestrians are going by, huge amounts of them. Street lights are constantly changing. You're seeing somebody on a scaffold, washing windows, and then you're seeing more pedestrians, and then know, traffic directors, you know, waving back and forth, and it's like utter chaos in a way. But at the same time, it's like, you know, it's a beautiful day. We're on our way to go, you know, somewhere really fun. We're looking forward to it. You know, it's sunny and breezy. It's like in the midst of all this chaos, we have something to look forward to, and we're getting there, and it's a lot of fun. Just, you know, reveling in that moment. So that's just what it makes me think of this piece. It just, you know, it's coming up, and it's you know, it's going to be fun. So the next piece, 3 Bells, probably one of the jazzier pieces on the album. Acoustic guitar and synthesizer duo. This one reminds me, it brings to mind right away of John Abercrombie, actually. Not so much the style of the playing, but the overall feel, and like compositionally, I think it's kind of very waltz-like, but then it goes into a more, almost a traditional jazz vamp, especially the way she's playing the keys, which again, for the most part, is kind of like a digitized piano sound, electronic piano. Not really a Rhodes, but more, a little closer to an acoustic piano sound. But again, with more of that, you know, a little bit of electronic, you know, synth ornamentation. And then the final piece, All I Need, just has a really nice kind of hook and pattern to it. You know, very simple, but also jazzy and, you know, similar to the previous piece. And yeah, I just love this album, and you know, it's again very simple, and some people might hear it and not think it was all that spectacular, or I don't know, maybe just, you know, just me and my own rookie taste, but and also it's kind of a, I don't know, quandary in a way or something to recommend something so highly that's seemingly so hard to find. I mean, it took me a while, but I'd say keep your eyes out if you have record shops in your area which have a new age section. You'd likely find it in there, and I think jazz also, you'd probably find it as well. But yeah, just keep an eye out for it, and you never know when it'll pop up. I mean, like I said, I found it from an independent seller, very cheap, and you know, very surprised, and just, it was a good timing, I guess. But highly recommended. Some beautiful stuff, and I'll try to remember to leave links to KJCMuzique's videos. He has a couple where he had posted these, so yeah, excellent. So yeah, Randy Honia, Still Life. Just some excellent stuff, and another Grail to some extent. You know, it's found. So yeah, looking forward to enjoying it all the more. So yeah, hope you're all well wherever you're at. Just wanted to come on real quick and share this. Yeah, hopefully I'll try to get back on later in the week, or maybe on the weekend. It seems to be the pattern lately. It's easier to come on. I seem to have a little more time, surprisingly, you know, on weekends. So we'll see what comes next. Well, until next time, peace, love, enjoy.